This video is sponsored by MOVA Globes. NASA has announced that we are about to witness a once-in-a-lifetime explosion in the sky. Interestingly, this event is not related to the anticipated supernova of the famous star Betelgeuse. Instead, it's about the sudden appearance of a nova in the sky. The term nova means new in Latin, referring to a new star in the sky. It's a transient astronomical event that causes the sudden appearance of a bright, apparently new star that slowly fades over time. This spectacular nova will occur in a star system known as T Coronae Borealis, or T CrB, situated in the constellation of Corona Borealis, approximately 3,000 light-years away. It is a binary system comprising a red giant star and a white dwarf in a 227-day orbit. The upcoming nova is one of only 10 such rare events expected to occur in the Milky Way galaxy. The reason why astronomers are excited about it is that the star, T CrB, has not been visible to the naked eye for 80 years. Although there are records of its observation in 1217 and 1787, T CrB's first recorded nova occurred in 1866. Following this, it made another spectacular appearance in the 1940s, sparking the interest of astronomers who have been closely monitoring it ever since. T CrB, sometimes also referred to as the Blaze Star, experiences an outburst approximately every 80 years, during which its brightness skyrockets and becomes visible in the sky for several days or weeks. After the outburst, the star will gradually fade and remain hidden from view for another 80 years, making such occurrences exceedingly rare. Thus, only a handful of people in history have witnessed this explosion in the sky. Astronomers predict the next outburst will occur between April and September this year, meaning it could happen at any moment. So we have a unique opportunity to witness this once-in-a-lifetime explosion in the sky with our naked eyes. The upcoming nova of T CrB is a fleeting event. It will appear and soon fade from the view. But wouldn't it be amazing to remain connected with the cosmos daily? Picture having a piece of space right on your desk. A daily break from the routine. That's the magic of MOVA Globes, the sponsor behind this video. Powered by ambient light and hidden magnets, they spin silently, turning your workspace or home into a calming haven. No cords, no batteries, just a mesmerizing display of science on your desk. With more than 40 stunning designs, from classic world maps to artistic creations, there's a MOVA globe to match any style. The Outer Space Collection features designs of planets, moons, asteroids, and constellations, offering a slice of the universe right where you are. As viewers of this channel, you will get 10% off on 6-inch and 8.5-inch MOVA globes with code SOTU at movaglobes.com. These globes, like the nova of T CrB, won't be around forever, so check out the link in the description and bring the cosmos home. A nova is an astronomical event characterized by a sudden increase in a star's brightness. This phenomenon typically occurs in a binary system, which includes a red giant and a white dwarf. There are three main types of novae: classical, dwarf, and recurrent. T CrB is an example of a recurrent nova, which involves continuous mass transfer from the red giant to the white dwarf. A white dwarf star is the remnant core of a low to medium mass star that has exhausted its nuclear fuel and expelled its outer layers. They are roughly the size of Earth, with masses close to that of the Sun. This means that they are incredibly dense. A teaspoon of white dwarf matter would weigh 5.5 tons on Earth, about the same as an elephant. In a recurrent nova system, the white dwarf pulls in material, mostly hydrogen, from its larger companion star, the red giant. This material gathers and forms a swirling ring, known as an accretion disk, around the white dwarf. Over time, this material builds up on the surface of the white dwarf. As more and more material accumulates, the pressure and temperature on the surface of the accreting star rise dramatically, sometimes reaching up to 10 million Kelvin. This extreme heat sparks a rapid and explosive reaction, transforming the hydrogen into heavier elements. The explosive nuclear reactions produce a significant energy output, causing a large amount of accumulated material to be ejected from the white dwarf's surface. This ejection results in a brief, intense burst of light. After the outburst, the cycle repeats. The white dwarf resumes accumulating material from the red giant until another outburst is triggered. Recurrent novae like T CrB experience these outbursts approximately every 10 to 100 years. Currently, after 80 years of accreting material, the white dwarf in the T CrB system is on the brink of another nova event. The other two types of novae, dwarf and classical, have distinct characteristics compared to recurrent novae. Both classical and recurrent novae share a similar underlying process, but classical novae happen much less often. They may occur every 30,000 to 100,000 years, a frequency that makes them hard for us to track. The reason why recurrent novae happen as often as every decade, while classical novae do not, even though their mechanisms are similar, is not fully understood. Some astronomers believe that the frequency of outbursts depends on the mass of the white dwarf and the rate at which it accumulates material from its companion star. On the other hand, dwarf novae are caused by instabilities within the accretion disk around the white dwarf, which is a different mechanism from what drives recurrent and classical novae. It's important to note that a nova is different from a supernova. A supernova is a much more dramatic and destructive event, marking the end of a star's life cycle. Supernovae occur in two main scenarios. In Type 1a supernovae, a white dwarf in a binary system accretes material from its companion until it reaches a critical mass and undergoes a catastrophic collapse, leading to an explosive release of energy. In Type 2 supernovae, a massive star runs out of nuclear fuel and its core collapses under its own gravity, resulting in a powerful explosion. This explosion can outshine an entire galaxy and often results in the creation of either a neutron star or a black hole. Unlike novae, supernovae do not recur in the same star system. In essence, while both novae and supernovae involve explosive brightness and energy release, supernovae are much more powerful and signify the complete destruction of a star. In contrast, novae involve a temporary instability that does not destroy the white dwarf. Supernovae also play a crucial role in distributing elements across the cosmos, thereby contributing to the chemical evolution of galaxies, which novae influence to a lesser extent. Astronomers have been closely monitoring T CrB for 80 years, during which it has displayed some unusual but consistent signs of outbursts. Ordinarily, T CrB is a dim star with an apparent magnitude of 10. This means it's fainter than Neptune. The term apparent magnitude refers to how bright a star appears from Earth, measured through telescopes or other detectors. The apparent magnitude scale is inverse, meaning a lower number indicates a brighter object. For example, a star with a magnitude of 2 is 1,500 times brighter than one with a magnitude of 10. Under clear dark skies with good atmospheric conditions, the human eye can typically see stars up to a magnitude of 6. T CrB became well known in the astronomy community following its bright outburst in 1866. Since then, it has been constantly monitored. The star experienced another significant outburst 80 years later in 1946, with both events skyrocketing its brightness from magnitude 10 to magnitudes 2 and 3 respectively. Similar brightness levels are anticipated for the upcoming nova event. Astronomers have been observing the star system, documenting its various stages. In the last 8 years, they've noticed that it's starting to act like it did right before the outburst in 1946. Notably, between 2015 and 2016, T CrB exhibited a sharp increase in brightness, similar to its behavior in 1938, which also preceded the 1946 outburst by 8 years. These patterns suggest that the star was entering a very active phase. More recently, in 2023, the brightness of T CrB significantly dropped to levels similar to those observed in 1945, right before the last major outburst. This recent dimming further indicates that T CrB may be on the brink of another substantial outburst, expected to occur in 2024. This cycle of brightening and dimming is part of the star's natural rhythm and helps astronomers predict what it might do next. Now, the most important question is, where to look in the sky to experience this once-in-a-lifetime event? Well, T CrB remains hidden from our eyes under normal conditions due to its faintness. However, when it goes nova, it will briefly shine brightly, coming within the naked eye limit and appear as a bright star in the constellation of Corona Borealis. After this period, it will gradually fade away and remain out of sight for another 80 years. To observe the outburst, locate the Big Dipper or the Plough in the Ursa Major constellation. Then follow the handle of the Big Dipper until you arrive at a U-shaped constellation, Corona Borealis, or the Northern Crown. The brightest star in this constellation is Alpha CrB. If you move eastward along the curve of the crown from Alpha, you will pass Gamma CrB and Delta CrB. T CrB is located about 2.2 degrees east of Delta CrB. During the nova, T CrB is expected to shine as brightly as Alpha CrB. Even though T CrB is not usually visible to the naked eye, it can currently be observed with a telescope or binoculars. You can also view T CrB in NASA's Skyview Virtual Observatory at different wavelengths by simply typing in its name. This virtual observatory will display images of T CrB using a vast collection of data gathered from various state-of-the-art telescopes. Additionally, the current position of T CrB in the night sky can be tracked using night sky gazing software and apps such as Stellarium, Skyview, and Starwalk. These tools are helpful for both amateur and seasoned astronomers to locate and observe celestial phenomena like T CrB. So happy stargazing, and make sure to check out the link in the description for MOVA globes and bring a slice of cosmos to your home.